Hello everyone, welcome to Quantum MMA. Please subscribe to my channel. I thought of sharing my predictions for this particular UFC 3-weight card. Well. If this card is the most stacked card of this year, so I thought why not milk from this particular card. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you check out my previous predictions, I feel like I've done better. I've done good. I feel like I'll just share predictions for 6 fights in this matchup. For the total fight prediction, I'll actually post it in the comment section, not comment section of this video, but while I'm doing a fight night live companion. This is an amazing card. Thank God, UFC did not do the ultimate stupidity of, how do I say, UFC did not do the ultimate stupidity of not promoting it or not doing it proper. In case if this was held in USA, I know like the new taxation and the other stuff in US is like pretty bad. I don't know how Dana is coping up with it, but still, yeah, corporate stuff as of now it is with him. So let him deal, like his team. Let them deal. Let's move on to the first matchup, by which I'm gonna start with my predictions is going to be like Geoff Neal versus Rafael dos Anjos. I think everybody must be picking Geoff Neal. Even I'm gonna go with Geoff Neal. I know Geoff Neal is coming off a loss, but from Ian Gary and Sharp at back to back. But so does RDA. Like he is also coming off like back to back losses from Matthews Gamrot and Vincent Luque, and I feel like RDA is almost 40. Guy has seen like all ups and downs. He's faced who's who of this both lightweight and welterweight division. I think he's a great guy, cool guy. Really would like to meet him, just have some food with him, talk with him, and talk about his experience. But in this matchup, I feel like Geoff Neal is going to win, unless and otherwise like he does any stupidity, he does the weird dumbass bullshit move that he prevents himself from doing himself. I hope he doesn't do any such stuff. That's pretty much it. And yeah, even in the previous matchup against Ian Gary, it was a split decision. One judge had Geoff Neal winning it, if I'm not wrong. And I think Geoff Neal, if he did put a little bit more pressure, I think he could have won the matchup. Ian Gary just held him against the cage. That's pretty much it, and took his back and held him there. That's pretty much it. RDA, what are the possible ways he could beat Geoff Neal? Wrestling, striking, catching him here and there. Geoff Neal has got a better reach than RDA. Geoff Neal's takedown defense is actually quite good, regardless of what people say. He has thwarted the takedowns from Belal Muhammad, Shavkat Rahmanang, and eventually he was submitted, but that was like such a back and forth battle. I don't think so. With RDA it is going to happen, and plus RDA after a long time was KO'd KO'd in the 5th round by what's his name, Rafael Viziev. I think Geoff Neal, if he does well and good, I think he can finish RDA. But I feel like RDA is after the first round, strong back and forth in the first round. I think in the second round, like Geoff Neal is going to take the lead, and in the third round, I think rather than trying to win the matchup, I think RDA is going to try to survive this round. I'm predicting like a third round KO or TKO for Geoff Neal, or if not a decision, I don't mind, because Geoff Neal is actually a bit and I wouldn't mind about the fact that in case if he does want to go for decision as well. And that's pretty much it. And let's move on to the next matchup, which is Sharabutdin Magomedov versus Armen Petrosyan. This is actually a good test for Magomedov. I think he is, I think UFC is really trusting on him. I think they are really, trying to build him up slowly, and this is a good test for him. I think Sharabutdin, I think he is going to get a decision over here. I don't think so. Like he'll get a KO or a TKO like what happened in the previous match. That everybody knows. He was just gifted a guy, and he still took him to the third round. Plus now he has started to act in the. I think he is acting in a movie or some series or some short film. I'm not sure, but he is acting as a villain right now in some US-based movie, something. I think I don't know. Hopefully, he did continue to train well and good. I don't know, because like I know this is like this weird as comparison, but they used to say like Lennox Lewis' first matchup when he lost was when he was actually doing a movie. You know, even the second match, I don't know, it was the first or the second match. I think he was shooting for Ocean's 11 movie, and after that, the immediate match after the shooting, he lost it. He was KO'd. You know, Oliver McCall or Asim Rahman. I don't know which one, in which order they KO'd him, but still, that was pretty much it. I hope that doesn't happen to Sharabutdin Magomedov. Yeah, I think I'm pretty convinced that he's going to strike with him like from a little bit, you know, like have his well and good reach. I think he's going to strike with him. Armen Petrosyan, regardless of what people say, he's a nice guy. So like he's a decent fighter for middleweight division, obviously, and but I don't think so. Like he's got what it takes to actually defeat this guy, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's move on. I think Sharabutdin is going to win this matchup via decision. Let's move on to the next matchup, which is Magomed Ankalaev versus Aleksandar Rakić. If I were to say, yeah, mate, I have thought about this matchup for a long time. Technically, Aleksandar Rakić has got the skills to beat Magomed Ankalaev. Like couple of exchanges here and there, and by the horse kicks, those are not leg kicks. It's genuinely a horse kick what that guy has got. I don't know, like I really don't know how Iri won against him. In fact, I even picked Rakić to win, but Iri won. But this time, you know what? I still can't decide who's going to win. You know, Magomed versus Aleksandar Rakić. I feel like Aleksandar Rakić can actually win 2-1. I don't see like Magomed finishing him. I don't see Magomed going in for like a wrestling, you know, like try to wrestle Aleksandar Rakić straight away. I feel like, you know, first round they are going to exchange a couple of shots here and there. I think Rakić is going to, you know, like while they are moving away or like trying to get here or the like trying to get a little bit closer. I feel like Aleksandar Rakić is going to do his horse kicks. He's going to start implementing his horse kicks, and I feel like Aleksandar Rakić is a little bit, you know, like a wrestling based style, and I feel like Aleksandar Rakić may win this matchup. I saw, you know, like even in Topology and other sites, I think most of them are picking Magomed Ankalaev, and I don't know, mate. I don't know. I really don't know what to say. I feel like Aleksandar Rakić should win, but am I picking that guy in this matchup? Yeah, the name of my YouTube channel is Quantum MMA, and yeah, here I am, you know, like thinking about stuff. I think UFC genuinely wants to see Magomed lose, or you know, like sort of not closer or nearer to the title. So I think they are voluntarily, you know, like sort of delaying him. But still, he must be in line for the title shot next. But I still feel like can Magomed win? Mate, how do I say this, mate? Aleksandar Rakić versus Magomed Ankalaev. Rakić is the underdog. Rakić can he win? You know, I have to say. And I know he lost against Jan Blachowicz, which was like a TK. It was a TKO. Like he had a knee injury against Iri Prochaska. Come on, he just gave up. He was not just man enough, which has happened to Magomed as well against Scottish Paul Craig, mate. So obviously, like that is there. He lost to Volkan Ozdemir as well. Aleksandar Rakić via split decision. I thought like they should have given Aleksandar Rakić, you know, because that was his first loss. I think they should have given it to him if I'm not wrong. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Still, you know, like should I go with Magomed or Aleksandar Rakić? Still, I'm trying to, you know, come to a conclusion, and you know what? I'm going to go with Aleksandar Rakić. I know everybody is predicting Magomed. I wouldn't be surprised if Magomed wins, but I'm going to go with Aleksandar Rakić. I know it's a quick turnaround, but I feel like Aleksandar Rakić, I think he is in the best possible condition of his life. I think he is not chinny. I think he's going to actually push the pace, or I think Aleksandar Rakić is going to like win. How do you call? He is going to win based on control time, clinches, and via leg kicks, and you know, like a couple of sneaky punches here and there, like with a proper left-right combos. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is light heavyweight, the most talentless division, and I have to come up with a prediction. And I'm saying Aleksandar Rakić is going to win. Fuck it, let's go. Fuck this Magomed guy. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna see him in my life. This is what I say about someone sometimes and eventually ends up meeting them. But still, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with Aleksandar Rakić. Fuck Magomed. Let's move on to the next matchup, which is Lerone Murphy versus Dan Ige. Who do I think is going to win this matchup? I think it's going to be the undefeated British guy, Lerone Murphy. I think he really has some good, decent talents to win this matchup. Dan Ige has got good cardio and everything, but I don't know, I don't think so. What's his name? Lerone Murphy is going to like finish him or anything, but I think it's going to be a little bit of heated first round, and the second round is going to be like a little bit better for Lerone Murphy, and the third round might be a little bit again close contested, but I feel like comfortably Lerone Murphy should get a decision. I don't see him finishing Dan Ige. Dan Ige just everybody knows the matchup that he had with what is his name now? Okay, Diego Lopez. Yeah, I remembered. Yes, Diego Lopez, and he actually in the 3, 4, 5 hours before I think he took the matchup, and he just went in against Diego Lopez, and he took him to a decision. And I really feel like that's what's going to happen. I think Lerone Murphy is going to win the first round. He is going to win the first round little bit, edging out Danny here and there. Second round is going to be like a completely Lerone Murphy round. Third round, I think it's going to be again like evenly contested. Eventually, I think Lerone Murphy is going to win this matchup by a decision. That's pretty much it. And yeah, I'm happy to see some new blood in featherweight division. Lerone Murphy is there. Moves are Evloev, even Aljamain Sterling. Regardless of who loses in that matchup, they could again rebuild themselves within a year or two, and they could return to the title contention again. And Diego Lopez is there, and still work is there waiting for the his rematch. And come on, with Ilia Topuria, the champion. We'll talk about him much more in detail in the main event as well, which will come in a few minutes later, I reckon. Yeah, let's move on to the next matchup right now, which is Robert the Reaper Whittaker, Khamzat Boris Chimaev. I hope I said Khamzat Boris Chimaev. Yeah, mate. I know everybody is picking Khamzat. I know he's a Chechnyan guy who is fighting Robert Whittaker in the Middle East, where Robert Whittaker previously had this thing. I don't know. Is Robert Whittaker the Corey Sandhagen of middleweight? Is he going to become the Corey Sandhagen of middleweight division? I don't know. I still couldn't come to a proper conclusion, because Robert Whittaker in his past, if you guys really see against most of the undefeated guys, if you take a clean look at it, like for example the major guys I'm talking about, when he faced Israel Adesanya in the UFC, when he was undefeated, when Israel Adesanya was undefeated, he was KO'd in the second round against DDP. What happened? DDP was undefeated in the UFC. What happened? He was again, he was KO'd in the second round. And this is against another undefeated guy who is facing Khamzat Chimaev. And yeah, I know people have been shitting on Chimaev for pulling out of the matchups multiple times. I don't know, I might have no clue what to even say. But I feel like this time Chimaev is going to be there. I think he's going to fight. I think 185 is his natural weight class. I think I don't know. I feel like he needed a bit of time to build himself. But Robert Whittaker versus Khamzat Chimaev, come on, mate. How do I say? This is his first official test in middleweight after Gerald Mayer shot, and this is Robert Whittaker, the top three guy in the middleweight division as of now, as of the past 5-6 years, if I'm not wrong. I think Robert is a great guy. Only thing is, whenever Robert Whittaker faces adversity, he always doesn't believe himself. He gives up on him, which I can understand. It's a bit tricky for men at times. Yeah, especially growing up in such an individualistic mindset. And yeah, it's like even I think he was one of the guys who pulled out like right before the main event, like morning of the main card, which was in again UFC Australia. Robert Whittaker versus what's his name, the fat guy, Mexican guy who from Araya. There is a nice one name for him. Yeah, it's another Mexican guy. It will come up, and I will tell you. He pulled out in the last minute, like in the morning of the matchup, and he just went and he did what he had to do, and I think he did it, and yeah, I think he might be facing himself, a little bit of more adversity than people think. Kelvin Gastelum was the guy he pulled out against. It was he was main eventing that matchup, and it was a title match as well, and he just couldn't believe himself. Do I think something similar to that is going to happen? I don't know, but I feel like going to post my last minute predictions based on the how do I say press conference interactions as well. And I feel like Robert Whittaker can win this matchup by because if you guys haven't noticed this, in the last week in PFL Battle of Giants, there was another Chechenian guy, Kadimugomeyev, if I'm not saying his name. I hope I'm saying his name right. If not, I'm sorry. He was like a almost minus 2000 favorite, which is like, and he just lost the match, like 3 rounds up straight he lost, and I feel something similar to that is going to happen. I think Robert Whittaker is going to win this, but if he is going to face another adversity with Khamzat, and if Khamzat finishes Chimaev, I know I will look like a fool for picking Robert Whittaker. You know what? I'm gonna go with Robert Whittaker. I'm gonna go with Robert Whittaker. Now let's move on to the main event of the evening, which is Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. Wait, I think Ilia Topuria is going to win. I'm not going to go into details of how. I think it's going to be like pretty similar in the Volkanovski versus Max Holloway second fight. I think he is going to exchange, and I think if I'm not wrong, I think in the 4th or 5th round, I think Ilia Topuria is going to finish Max Holloway. I think if Max Holloway wants to go, I think if Max Holloway tries to win, I think he will get KO'd in the 4th or 5th round. Or if not, I think it's going to go to a decision. I feel like the match is going to be much similar to Volkanovski versus Max Holloway the second time when they faced each other. I think Ilia Topuria is going to be like in a striking battle. I think it's going to be like a little bit closer here and there. I think eventually after that, in order to solidify, get that he won the round strongly, in order to convince the judges, with what he's done. I think Ilia Topuria is going to mix a lot of takedowns. I think he's going to start every round on the feet, but I think he's going to mix in a couple of takedowns here and there, like in each round, 1-2, 1-2, first round, second round, third round, fourth round, and I think he gasses out a little bit in the 4th and 5th round. I think that's where Max might start to do a little bit. I think if Max really is going to try to win, I think Ilia Topuria is going to KO him. And if Max is like, okay, let me not get KO'd, but let me at least go to a decision, I think then there is a strong possibility of this matchup going to a decision. I think that's what's going to happen in this matchup, I feel like. Plus, Max Holloway can't box with short guys. Anybody who saw his fight against Frankie Edgar would know this. He can't. That's why, so many of them were picking him, picking against him when he faced Aleksandar Volkanovski. Main reason was he can't box with people who are shorter than him. That's pretty much it. And Ilia Topuria is like a tank. He's like Volkanovski, but like the better version of him. He can really box well. He's got KO power, and he's got really good takedowns and grappling prowess as well. Guys from Georgia, and he's 27. Wait, come on, he's 27. He's older than me, but still, I don't know what else to say. I think Ilia Topuria is the future. I see Ilia Topuria beating Max Holloway. I think guys who would give some tough, matchup would probably be either Mosa Evloev or Volkanovski. That's pretty much it. A lot of people say Diego Lopez may win. I don't think so. Diego Lopez can do shit to him. I don't think so that could even happen. Maybe the Yar Rodriguez that faced Max Holloway, if the old DR Rodriguez was there, I think he could win, but I don't think so even that could happen. I think Volkanovski and Mosarev were Ilia Topuria's worst nightmares. I think but with Volkanovski's age, I don't think so. Like even Volks has got a chance in here. I think Ilia Topuria beats Max Holloway. I think he beats Volkanovski. Again, I think he beats Mosar or like Aljo, whoever wins, which is pretty much going to be Mosar. And after that, I think he beats Diogo Lopez. I think he can comfortably beat them, and he wouldn't be not even 29. And yeah, and I think he can beat Islam Makhachev. If Aleksandar Volkanovski can do that to Islam Makhachev, the better version of Volkanovski, Topuria, can do bad things to Islam Makhachev. I think he beats him. I think he KOs him. I think he catches him. I feel like he even beats Armen. But I don't mind Armen's chances, but still, you know what, this is it. This is Topuria's time, mate. Yeah, Topuria is the champ. But do I see Max Holloway winning? Yes, I do. Because I'm a very big fan of Max Holloway. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Let's go. I think this is going to be another one of those matchups where people think, it's Ilia, like how Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. I think this is what it is, This is Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway is this thing. Is the real matchup, and Max Holloway is returning from lightweight, which is not cool. Come on. Though he's a 190 pounds plus guy. He's walking around weight is like 190 plus pounds, and he has to cut to 145. Not cool at all. Yeah, let's see how this matchup goes. I think it is going to be like 3-2 Topuria, or like almost like 2.7 or 2.3 Max Holloway. That's how I feel like that's going to go, and Ilia Topuria may get the decision. But who knows, maybe Max Holloway could win. And that's pretty much it, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching my video so far. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel. I intend on milking this week by making more videos on this. So yeah, hopefully you guys get to watch it. Thank you so much in case if you guys made it to the end. Yeah, thank you so much.